Hey guys, this is Deni. As always, you have to agree that it is simply unrealistic to play everything you want to play. Well, there is not enough time, taking into account studies, work, or other things. But let's imagine that time is not a problem, you have it. The only thing left is to find something to play. And here, among the tons of games that every day come out, to choose something cool is difficult. After all, you probably also missed a mountain of all sorts of interesting, and yes, you probably did, so we'll be catching up on that. In front of you is a bunch of really cool games that you missed out on. Click to like, click to subscribe if you haven't already. And here we go.
Do you miss adrenaline and dynamic gameplay? The perfect place to get it all? Good old Crossout. Tense battles, dozens of different vehicles, and hundreds of parts for their customization are waiting for you. You can make a powerful, bulletproof tank and destroy your enemies just by the look of it. Or make something smaller, but fast, and get in the back of unsuspecting enemies. In any case, Crossout is the best place to show everyone who is a real pro. Download the game at the link in the description.
Welcome to Egypt in 1930, where the sorceress queen Seteki has been resurrected. Her army of mummies can only be stopped with a pack of friends in Discord, so gather them up. You are here to explore the ruins, solve puzzles, search for treasure, and fight the undead. All of this is in third person. The campaign includes excavations, pyramids, and caves, with a mountain of enemies. If there are no workers in the last resort, you can play alone, but better of course in co-op. Each player will play as one of 4 treasure hunters and use their magic and weapons. Each of them has their own. It will be dynamic, beautiful, and in general, I am surprised how you managed to miss this miracle. Virus. And this is a long-awaited, personally for me, hardcore first-person slasher, the events of which take place a year after the first part. The game is an adventure set in the future, where the tyrannical mistress of the key's power over the Dharma Tower has collapsed. The protagonist, Jack, returns to now beat the tough cyber ninja cult into the face with a stick and determine the future of humanity. There are incredible boss fights, a cool world, even outside the Dharma Tower, and also, the developers screwed up challenging non-linear levels with motorcycle rides and new game modes. Boss fights became more interactive, allowing us to decide for ourselves how to deal with enemies. Of course, on pumping, added skills that allow you to be more creative in battles. And enemies, by the way, now behave differently depending on the skills of the player, offering a challenge in every encounter. Here's a typical meet where the world is fucked up and only we can save the whole thing. Gameplay-wise, it's an open-world fantasy adventure, shrouded in shadow, so also under a sea of sand. We will join a local order and embark on a dangerous journey to find the source of evil and destroy it. The world is full of different locations, not a small set of different quests, battles, and rewards. What is funny, we have undead as a faithful companion. Enemies, by the way, a lot. There is craft and the ability to use different fighting styles. We also have our own base. It is called the Star Spire, where we can meet refugees and make decisions that affect the plot and the fate of the characters. All decisions affect the progression of the story and the life of the community. Overall cool. Do you like cards? I've recently discovered XC. Well, Battleground is there. It's very addictive, but that one is very colorful, and here in Inscryption Vos, waiting for a dark card adventure which combines roguelike with the composition of decks, puzzles in the spirit of quest rooms, and psychological horror. The set is certainly tough, I realize, but the game is just great. You can create a deck of forest creatures here using surgery and self-mutilation. Yeah, it sounds weird, but you can. Go to Lesham's cabin and just shit your pants. Sometimes, how this resonates with the maps, well, you'll find out. The second part of Not Bad City Building Simulator which will allow you to create a thriving metropolis. If you are not a sucker, of course. We start here from scratch, build roads, and develop infrastructure to ensure the daily life of citizens. Every decision you make has consequences, so you need to plan in advance what to do and where to press. Issues that need to be addressed during the game include developing industry and using trade to boost the economy, balancing the development of residential areas, and the business center. In short, you are the mayor and you better be loved, or it's gonna be an ass. They'll come with pitchforks and stab you in the ass. The city in the game, by the way, is constantly changing, going through the change of day and night, summer and winter. All this with beautiful graphics, by the way, so it's okay. And this is Alan Wake 2. In the story, nestled among the mountains and forests of the Pacific Northwest, the town of Bright Falls is rocked by a series of ritualistic murders. FBI agent Saga Anderson arrives in town to investigate these crimes and is confronted with an eerie reality, the pages of a horror novel coming to life before her eyes. Writer Alan Wake, imprisoned in a nightmarish world, tries to alter reality to get out. Anderson and Wake, two characters who take different paths in different realities, but their actions mirror each other and affect the world around them. In doing so, the city is plunged into darkness, and fighting the darkness requires the use of light, the only weapon and shelter for the heroes. GTFO is a game thanks to which I learned what complexity in games is. Yes, it's not just Souls that gives it to you, it's a 4-player session game where maximum teamwork is required. If there are not enough players, their place can be taken by boats that will follow us around and pretend to help with resources and fire. Before the game starts, you should strategize your team and choose equipment, weapons, and power-ups for each player. Everyone should also be assigned personalized roles and tasks. Well, further forward in the level where there are mountains of monsters. Some of them are sleeping and can be awakened by noise, light, and movement. So sometimes it's best to sneak around to save nerves and ammo. When the caretaker updates the local world, a new campaign starts and the previous one disappears. This happens regularly, so we have to be prepared for difficulty and suffering on ever-changing new routes. Cool, but extremely challenging stuff. Interactive movie, The Quarry. On the last day of summer camp, the counselors throw a childless party after the sun goes down. However, the plans are disrupted by sinister hunters and scary creatures. Therefore, the party turns into a night of terror. In the game, we can choose one of 9 counselors, and every decision we make will have an impact on the outcome of events. Even the smallest choice can be fateful. In terms of visuals, there's advanced facial capture technology and cinematic lighting, and Hollywood actors have helped bring the whole thing to life. It looks really cool. Well, you can play it with your friends on the network or on one screen, where each player takes his character and controls his actions. And the main thing is that there are more than 100 endings. In no case, you should not miss The Guardians. If suddenly you haven't played it, run to correct it. This is a third-person action-adventure movie where we act as Star-Lord. The galaxy is on the verge of destruction and the hero's team is splintering. Therefore, we will have to use our leadership skills to bring the team to order and prevent disaster. Every decision made also has consequences, and it's up to us to show what we can do. Marvel heroes are here a mountain, and in general, in my personal opinion, this is basically the best game in this universe, not counting Spider-Man, which is now hanging on the web on PlayStation. In general, try it. I'm not a Warhammer fan, you know, but there are so many games in this universe that I'm honestly already confused in the names. But here it's alright, Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. Here you will be in command of the Grey Knights, an exclusive squad of space troopers, and you will go to fight the Chaos Army to prevent the spread of a space infection in the Flower Galaxy, which can destroy entire worlds. You will be able to modernize your operational base, create new units, explore ancient secrets, and engage in combat operations on various planets. You will have to command your workers, choosing one of 4 unique classes, develop their skills, change their appearance, and make tactical decisions on the battlefield. And it is hard to imagine Warhammer without battles. Various mutants and their minions are waiting for you. You are waiting for dynamic battles both in hand-to-hand combat and at long distances, so it will be possible to organize, meet, overcome, oh, and this is something really cool, a game, the events of which take place in the hostile world of the Swedish city of Esterthorn, which has been taken over by mysterious machines. We have to fight these machines and engage in guerrilla firefights with great tension because you don't really want to die. The game features a huge map inspired by Sweden during the Cold War, where every street, grove, and bunker is dangerous. We will be able to fight alone or with 3 friends in co-op, while gaining experience fighting machines and creating equipment, weapons, and ammunition from the parts of defeated enemies. Crafting, all things crafting. An important element of the game is solving the mystery of the Machine Invasion and the challenge of taking back your home, mostly by building and fortifying bases on the Iceland. Oh my god, if you haven't played this game, I'll tell you right up front. There are 2 modes, one fully revealing all the charms, and the second with blur. I show with bluer, but it's better to play the first one. We play here for the demonic priestess of Lustvidia, and will have to take revenge on our enemies. For what? Well, no reason, we're in hell. So our madam refuses to become queen of hell and decides to return to her former debauchery. She encounters Baphomet, who captures us and tortures us. We will dominate the underworld, go against our enemies, become a judge and executioner, and watch eye-pleasing pictures of debauchery and lust. Nada, but the game is cool. Action with pumping, all the things. Well, so, for today, everything. Finale! I hope you liked the video and found something interesting for you, and that's why you clicked on the like and subscribe too. I'm with you as always, Deni, and have a nice day.